Debbie, Live Love Beach today. We're talking today about mistakes people make when moving to coastal Delaware, and most importantly, how to avoid them. So if you have thought about relocating and really want to understand how not to do this, then this is the video for you. So I'm hoping you're gonna stick around, maybe hit the subscribe button, but most importantly, really enjoy the information that I'm gonna share and why it may resonate with you or with someone that you know that is considering coastal Delaware. Most relocation mistakes don't feel like mistakes initially. They feel like maybe a little impulsive, maybe a little spontaneous, but they don't feel like mistakes. They actually feel very exciting at first, and you're really ready to leap, ready to jump, ready to make it happen. But occasionally 6 months in, that excitement, that spontaneity, that impetuous decision has people saying things like, if we had known this earlier, we would have done something very different. So how do we avoid that feeling for you? So today we're going to break it down. There really are 4 big mistakes that people make all the time, and I'm going to go through them with a little bit of humor and a little bit of even maybe self-deprecating, comments back to my own decisions, and really how to encourage you not to make them or to avoid them entirely. So if you want to comment avoid and you'd rather learn from other people's lessons instead of yourself, this is the video for you. But I'm also just finishing up a relocation guide that I would absolutely love to share with you, and that should be ready momentarily. So comment avoid, and that relocation guide will be on its way to you. So why does this matter? Okay, why does it matter that you avoid mistakes and not make them? Well, moving to coastal Delaware is a big decision, and maybe considering making a home purchase, whether it's an investment or your new home or your forever home, that is a huge, huge decision, as well as a financial decision. So almost every mistake people make when relocating to coastal Delaware is completely avoidable. They're not bad decisions, but as I said, they're rushed, they're spontaneous, they're impetuous, and sometimes they're just a mistake. The goal again of this video is very simply to enlighten you and ask you to slow down a little bit. Yes, here's a realtor asking you to slow down making that decision. Many realtors are like, sign here, let's get this done. You're gonna, miss this opportunity. I'm slightly different. I really want to make sure that you are choosing the lifestyle, and we'll get into that in a moment. So, buying the vacation version of your coastal Delaware home is the most common mistake we make. When do people make the decision to consider coastal Delaware? Typically, they fall in love with coastal Delaware during a long weekend, a summer visit or vacation or a holiday trip, and they think they're buying the vacation version of this place. And while there's so much to be enjoyed here, you know how I feel about the water, the sand, the lifestyle, etc. But here's the truth. Summer coastal Delaware is not everyday coastal Delaware, okay? There are 12 months of the year. The summer season is 3.5, maybe 4 months. Maybe it's got some extra, wings on either end because the warmer weather does certainly stay here longer than other areas of the country. But you've really got to understand off-peak season, so not just the summer season. And if you don't experience it, or at least understand it, the rhythm that does change, you can end up being surprised. So, educational tip or kind of a call to action for all of you is this is the exact mistake and why we have built and really are getting ready to distribute the Coastal Delaware Relocation Guide, because we want you to know what it really life is like 12 months of the year. Okay? You can save time, money, and stress by really understanding coastal Delaware as a year-long fabulous place to live. Mistake number 2 that many, many people make is ignoring those seasonal rhythms. And you have to understand those seasonal rhythms. There is a peak up to obviously high season. There is we go up to that height of that season, July 4th through Labor Day. and then there's a little bit of a tail off. Then we get a nice circle back with the early fall season. And believe it or not, the holidays can be terrific here in coastal Delaware, and there can be another influx of some of those visitors. But you have to understand how the year flows. I would like to share with you that I think the year flows just like the waves. Some of it rushes in, some of it rushes out. And if you don't really wrap your arms around those seasonal flows, you're going to be in for a surprise, okay? Very simply, this is how life works here. It is, this is not DC, this is not Baltimore or Philadelphia or New York City. I don't think it's a bad thing at all, and it's actually one of the reasons I love living here and one of the reasons so many people love living here. I often refer to the season that we're in right now, local season, second season. You really need to understand what you're signing up for, and that's an important piece of what I'm sharing with you. What is mistake number 3? We've talked about 1, we've talked about 2. Number 3 is choosing the location before the lifestyle, okay? Absolutely the wrong decision. I mention this in every video. Living in coastal Delaware is a choice for a lifestyle that works for you. And this is the one that causes most of the long-term regret. People chase zip codes or price points or what they saw online as opposed to really understanding what the lifestyle of that community or that area of coastal Delaware is going to provide. So instead of asking one simple question, how do I actually live day to day? I've got this great home and this great zip code and all of this wonderful stuff that I saw online, but it doesn't work for the lifestyle that I want to enjoy. So great house, wrong lifestyle equals incredible frustration. Again, how can we avoid that for you? The relocation guide is what you're really going to be looking for to help you reverse engineer the smart way. Lifestyle first, location second. That's why it's called Live, Love, Beach to Bay. Number 4, so this is another one that so many people make, is waiting for the perfect time or perfect timing. There's no such thing as perfect timing in life. If there was perfect timing in life, we'd probably all be Powerball winners, but reality is that isn't how life works. So here's the truth that no one loves to hear. There is no perfect time. The time is right when it's right for you, and then it's the perfect time for you and your family and the decisions that are important to you. You need to be prepared, you need to be educated, you need to understand what life is like in coastal Delaware, and waiting for everything to feel 100% certain usually leads to missed opportunities and more stress later. So what I would share with you is clarity beats certainty. You want to be clear on where you want to live. You want to make sure that it is the right lifestyle and it is the right choice for you and your family and everyone who has a stake in making these decisions for you. But perfect timing, it just isn't there. But here's the good news. All of the mistakes that I've just mentioned and talked about and tried to kind of poke fun at, they are all avoidable and correctable, and we can move beyond if you've made one of those decisions. So there's no need to rush. You don't need to guess. You just really need the right information at the right time. I'd like to think that, working with a professional like Debbie would provide that clarity, but there are many, many professionals out there. So if coastal Delaware is even a maybe for you and a free relocation guide is something that you're interested in, the link is below, and that would be the best place to start. Final call to action would be, if you like this video, consider subscribing for honest relocation content and comment next if you would like a video that really speaks to and really captures what a realistic first year of living here looks like. I've done it, I've experienced it, and I certainly would love to share this with you. So from Live, Love, Beach to Bay, I live here, work here, play here, and I'm absolutely thriving here. And I hope you will consider learning a bit more, asking the right questions, looking for that clarity. And again, if you want to avoid those mistakes that I mentioned in the video, you know how to reach out and speak with me. Debbie from Live, Love, Beach to Bay. Hope you're enjoying the season as much as I am.